I'm scrappy. Sadly, no fire strike. Reinhardt would be ashamed. Dude, this is all the coal. This is fantastic. Oh, this is the way, so we do want to check this way real quick, which is not the way. Make sure there is. Aha, there is some coal down here. Also, if there's a dead dude in here with a pry bar, I'm gonna be. Ooh.
This gear's starting to slow me down.
Shh. How heavy are we? Woo. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have brought 4 pounds extra with. Maybe I shouldn't have busted those crates up. Maybe if we sleep, that would help as well, but don't say it, Elk. I know you're gonna come in the comments. You're gonna swing in there. And you're gonna say, waddle waddle! I could drop some other items, though, of less report, or less necessity, such as these sticks. Not that we're really holding that much weight in sticks. What you got for me, buddy? Porsche, I will take that. It's not a pry bar, but, you know. Can you search the corpse and not put out the lantern? Yes, thank you. Alright, sticks. I'm sorry you're going by. Holy cow, we could. What? How much coal were we carrying before we started? I don't know. But we've gotten 43 coal out of here already? That seems absurd. I don't recall carrying this much coal. I mean, we've been clicking on a lot of coal, yes, but I wasn't expecting this much. I guess I've not cleared the cave out in long enough time that a buttload has stocked up. Oh boy, we are really waddling though. Alright, so now we come down to a conundrum. If I can't get out, I mean we can sleep, right? We can sleep for a couple of hours. Screw going into the other side of Pleasant Valley for now. We'll probably be there again someday eventually. We'll probably come through the cave again at another point. So the question is, do I leave behind the lantern fuel? Because this is the primary place where I use lanterns, is caves. I could leave behind some of it. I don't have to drop all of it, I guess. I don't know. Usually leave some behind and then leave the lanterns behind, but I only have the one lantern, so I'm kind of keen to keep this on me. Well, no. We've also got to consider I got to get all of this back to Mystery Lake. Like, we don't have to do it in one trip, though. Like, I just got to get it back to the fishing hut, and we can do another, like, trip down to get more coal. Like, I can leave half of it or so behind. It's like, we don't use coal that much. Like, we use 1 piece per fire if needed. Like, if it's not needed, if I can use enough sticks and stuff to overcome the temperature, then yeah, that's what we do. Sadly, nothing good up here. Holy Hannah. Just the container. Normally there's like... Oh, why did I grab that? Unneeded. Oh boy, we are... Yeah, we should probably take a nap. What, like 3-hour nap maybe? Speed ourselves back up. This is a bit of a whittle waddle. We're almost there. We just gotta clear the front of the cave up. And then we're done. This is so much coal, I wasn't expecting this much. We got 4 pieces out of the lower zone. I think I had like 1 on me maybe. Got like the 4 reclaimed we snagged. There's even more up here, it looks like. Maybe? Maybe not, maybe that's just snow. You might get lucky if there's 1 or 2 more pieces. Probably not though. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I don't really feel like jumping into Mystery Lake, but I think we will. There's a trick to speed myself up here. It's called put this out. Refuel it. Where is it? Okay. And then go to fuel where we have 54 pieces of coal. 35 pounds. Drop ball. We're barely overweight. Put that away. Step outside. Hello! It is Pleasant Valley! I have not missed you one stinking single bit! You nefarious, destructive, pain-inducing, Full of death, doom, despair, and destruction. I have not missed you, but we came to grab the natural resources that you have for me. Thank you. Thank you. We got, I think there was like some rose hips around the corner up here. If I don't see anything in like 20 more paces, we're turning around. And we are skedaddling. Yeah, no, screw that. We're out. We're out. Bye-bye! I don't really feel like burning too much condition is primarily the reason why. I'll gladly burn a couple calories though. We do have to get back soon though to refuel. We have kind of burned a little bit more calories than I was honestly expecting, but that's okay. Not that big a deal. Let's ski-daddle. Yep, we're back. Hello. My coal should be in one giant pile. Hey, there it is. Alright. Let me place you. I want to snort. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. Let me snort for 4 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours will get me warm and should get me more than enough to be back up to the full carry capacity that I have come to know and love. Then the question is, do we leave my lantern fuel behind or not? Or some of it anyway. I just gotta spam left click 54 times.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Shh, it's fine, we need this. Probably don't need to take all of it back to Mystery Lake. Heck yeah, okay. Let's see how far I can make it without needing to light this. Yes, yes it is. It's not a problem. Okay, I can sort of see. Wow. So, I'm not sure how well you guys can see. This is what I was talking about the last time we tried to do a mine escapade. It's not bright enough to see for goodies, but it's bright enough to navigate by. Just barely. This is the brightness. The lack thereof, really. But what I look for when I do this. You might be able to pick something up off the ground if you're lucky. In this kind of environment. Holy Hannahs. Problem with having an IPS monitor though is the amount of glare. But the colors are so good. Why, IPS is king, man. Don't give me any of that VA crap. I might settle for a TN if I can get it at a good angle, but yeah, no, I'm pretty much an IPS is king, shoot me dead otherwise kind of person. And most of you probably don't know what I'm referring to with that, and that's fine. There's different types of panels with the way they function. IPS is very good at color production. Like, they're oftentimes one of the ones used by, like, what are they called? Like, people who work who need color corrected monitors. So, like, the color they're seeing on their screen is what would be like if they were to print something, what it would equate to in real life. Anyway, so they're really good at that. They're not necessarily the greatest for high refresh gaming. They've made many improvements, so they've come down to being relatively close, but VA is technically the best for refresh rates. You can get VA panels to reproduce at basically 1 millisecond. TN is considered the happy medium. Okay, apparently we got stuck on something. There we go. VA is typically considered, or TN is considered the happy medium, and then you got IPS at the highest, but they've gotten IPS down to about 3 milliseconds. And let me tell you, I really doubt the human brain is going to be able to distinguish between 1 and 3. That's close enough. You can feel it though. You can notice the input lag to a degree if you're someone who's hypervigilant and plays a lot of games, especially at high refresh rates. You can notice the difference between like 3 milliseconds and something like, say, 12 or 15. Some people claim to notice the difference between like 1 and 6. I'm not sure if that's really physically possible. Maybe it's just kind of subconsciously. Okay, this is kind of where it starts. I need to kind of see. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'm not sure on that. But anyway, the problem with IPS, this whole long discussion of everything that's irrelevant and you guys probably don't even care about, the whole problem with IPS monitors is darkness. First off, the contrast with dark colors because of the backlighting and everything that's set up with that. Okay. I think I turn. Yep, I turn. And then the other problem is glare. So right now I have the light on in my room and I can actually see my personal reflection as I'm slouched in my chair looking at the monitor, and so it's kind of hard with how dark everything is to distinguish. Is there a crate over here? No, okay. I'll just go, ooh, Now I'm disoriented again. Yike. I think right here we go, okay. I can see my reflections, so trying to discern with how dim everything is on the screen, what I'm actually seeing on the screen compared to what's being reflected, yeah. Apparently, supposedly, TN and VA panels are better at lack of glare than IPS, but normally with proper lighting setups and stuff, it just doesn't matter. But this is what we came for, this is what we live for right here. And look, we're still going to be tired enough to sleep tonight because Lonely actually planned the day properly. Would you look at that? Lonely did something right for once. You're on my naughty list. For all this coal. Look at that, we made it through the mine without hacking using the hacking lantern because it was actually barely bright enough to see by. I didn't bring a pry bar because apparently Lonely's dumb. Maybe we can actually skedaddle down the hillside here without bumping into a wolf. This is the sketch spot up here. And this is the sketch spot. Because you've got two wolves between here. Yay, the blizzard's gone and it's actually semi-warm at 10 degrees. You've got two wolves between Pleasant Valley Mine exit here and the forestry tower over there. And, he's really complaining about the 120 pounds we're carrying. I don't really care. But anyway, there's two wolves that patrol between here and there. So if you get unlucky, you can technically catch them on the furthest section of their patrol route over here. So they may be able to notice you, senpai. But, for the most part, there's usually only one. And for the most part, they stay pretty well up that direction. Especially depending on the time of day you're exiting. Kind of dependent on where their patrol will be. So and there's actually a chance for some saplings up there, but it's not worth the trouble. Not at this point in time. If I was like out of everything else and was like, I need those resources, then yeah, I'd bother to come here and go scout up there. But we're not in that position. I don't care. We're heading back to fishing camp with my load. We may actually potentially bring this entire load back to Mystery Lake. I know I talked about leaving half of it behind. We may leave something like, I don't know, 10 at most behind. Both to A, cut down on weight a little bit, and B, just so there's some here. If we come back and we need something, I don't have to cart it back from Mystery Lake. Then we've got to do another forge run, probably, because I'm basically almost out of whetstones. So now the best way to do this is to just harvest once you get below 50%, and that way you still get the scrap metal out of it. So you don't lose the scrap metal, the only thing you lose is the cloth. Cloth is fully renewable via beachcombing, plus like, you can get so much cloth, even in Interloper. But it's just slowly renewable via beachcombing. You may actually technically not be able to keep up, depends on how often you damage your clothes and what you do with them. But yeah, technically it's easy enough to get a good enough backstock in, besides, it doesn't matter. But anyway, the other thing I was referencing, I don't want to really lose any more condition, we'll stop and take a 1 hour nap. Just to stave off A, the cold, and B, the tired. But anyway, what I was talking about is you harvest below a certain percentage, you'll lose the cloth that you used for the handle, but you get the scrap metal back. And so that way you can just infinitely, you're not wasting scrap metal, you can just infinitely keep reforging. Essentially, we really need to get back. I keep looking at my calorie store and I'm like, I don't want to lose well fed, so... But now we should be able to make it back. We've staved off falling asleep and warmed ourselves back up, so I'm not going to burn any extra condition. It's not that far from here to fishing camp. We're not going to use the exact same way we came up. I mean, we're going to use 90% of the way we used to come up, but... And I can't sprint even if I wanted to. So if we run into a wolf, we're going to have to hope we can bang him on the head. We're going to have to boop his snoot. Well, I'll give him one, alright. Somebody's gonna know what that means. He won't want another when I'm done. That's for shizzle tea dizzle. Anyway, so normally we'd go all the way back down to log sort. I don't want to interfere with that woofle snoot, so we're just gonna dump off the edge here onto the road below. And yeah, there's a bunch of sticks. I could grab some, but we're already overweight. We're waddling bad enough. Let's not tempt fate. 12 degrees? Not terrible. I've seen better. When does the temperature decay stop in Interloper? I can't remember. I think it's day 100. Or is it day 150? No, I'm pretty sure it's day 100. It's half a Celsius a day. Which technically means the opportune point to go to Timberwolf Mountain is snag a rope, go to Ravine, get the flare gun, and head up. That's what I'll do in my next Interloper run if we lose this one. So, I'll go to Ravine, I will collect the flare gun from there. And then we'll head basically once we get enough clothing, because every Interloper run I've done so far, I think it's around day 14 usually, I have found enough clothing that I'm warm during most of the day. So if we get to that point, heck yeah, grab me a hacksaw, boot my butt right up to Timberwolf Mountain, clear the heck out before we even bother about getting tools. That does mean that later on I'll be colder. But as we have seen in the last 2 Interloper seasons, 6 and this one, 7, that hasn't been a problem, obviously, because I've been surviving just fine despite freezing my butt off. So, I digress. That better not be that Doc Wolf here to bother me. That customs agent's so annoying, man. He always comes out, assaults me, shakes me down for my goods, steals some of them for himself. Yeah. Nobody likes him. He's a nasty little feller. That's what he is. Isn't this the car I found my heavy hammer in this run? No, I don't think so. I know there was one run I did find my heavy hammer in there. I put the original Zelda Ocarina of Time chest opening music for that one. I remember that. That was fun. Hey, look, there's deer. There's 3. Wow, well, if I was hungry and needed the materials, I'd grab you guys. But I absolutely don't, because if you recall, just a couple of episodes ago, I was bitching and moaning about a wolf sticking a deer down that I didn't want him to take down because I was stupid enough to miss a shot. Kill the wolf before he got the deer. Well, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I took the wolf. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I left the wolf behind because I didn't want him to respawn. Because that's the troll wolf. But his buddy showed up anyway. So there's that. Oof. We are fat boys. We'll be sleeping good tonight. That's for sure. Regain the lost condition. And it does sound like the Doc Wolf's here. We're a little maybe. Hard to say. Kinda don't really see any movement down there. There's no guarantee, of course. Well, if he's here, we're gonna have to peg him. I'm gonna boop his snoot.
You could eat anything.
Yep, we're about to eat. It's okay, we're almost back. You're not gonna starve before we get back. I am shocked at the amount of coal, though. I was not expecting this much. I guess that's what happens when you leave the mine alone for how many days? 102 days! We've breached day 100. We have survived 100 days in Interloper. That is a new record. I think my record was like, what, 70 days? In Season 6? I'm not quite sure the exact amount. But it was up there. It was past 50. We were in Timberwolf Mountain. We were harvesting the bear. That was so kind as to give himself to me. And I got too cocky with the wolves. Thought I could jank them around with the fire and take them out. I could not. I died. I couldn't even be upset. It was my own fault. I even told the chat and place bets against me. I'm sure they did. Or was that one when I was still streaming him? I can't remember. I don't know. All I remember is I died to the bear stupidly. Or not the bear, the wolves. Near the bear, stupidly. And look at that, we still got a pile of meat out here. 2 piles, technically. Or is it just the one? No, it's 2 piles. What's the wolf meat at? I want to see. 84%. What's the bear meat at? 82. This one goes first. Look at that! No more are we hungry. 2 steaks down. Crap, my stinking barrel do! Storm's rolling in. Alright, let's stop burning condition and get our butts in here. Woo! Well, that's been quite the adventure. Yeah, we did have plenty of coal here. We don't need to leave any coal behind. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of coal here. Yeah, that's more than enough. Alright, let's drop the reclaimed. Sure, this is full. Yep, that's full. 90 sticks, 2 things, a buttload more sticks. Yeah. This place plus 6 pieces of coal. This place doesn't need any more fuel. I'm gonna leave the reclaimed here because we got plenty back up there. We still have half the dam to clear out too. Let's step back out and back in to save, and well, that will do it for this episode. I has been, ooh, the storm left and now it's a peachy day. I has been Lonelywolf. This has been Interloper. As always, stay safe and stay warm out there.